Hello and welcome back. I'm Dyslexic Gamer and we're here for another episode of the Riftbreaker. In this episode, we're back at our main base. We're going to update our defenses and hunker down for the next big wave. So let's get started.
Ashley, I've been tracking strange behavior within Galatea's asteroid belt. One of the smaller objects that have been orbiting the planet has recently changed its trajectory.
What's strange about that? Galatea is a relatively young planet and has lots of moons and smaller rocks in its orbit.
I have not detected any collisions in this object's vicinity, or any other force that could affect its movement. It is also heading straight for our headquarters. It should be flying over our position at any moment now.
Okay, you've got my attention. Let's track this meteor and see
I'll
where it
move
lands.
that one later. Also want to
The
incorporate
meteorite has landed near our position. I am detecting increased radiation in a very broad emission spectrum. That was not a typical rock.
I'm intrigued. Let's get to that impact location as soon as possible.
Alright, now for the upgrades.
Warning! An aggressive horde is amassing near our base. Prepare to defend our base.
Oh, I don't have enough ironium. Okay. That's the inner base. Whoops. Oh, but that's enough to turn the power back on. Well, I mean, the power's on, but take us off battery. Yep. Very cool. Got some shoddy towers.
Warning! An enemy attack is imminent. We should build
No way,
stronger
really?
defenses around our base. Base is under attack.
An energy connector has been destroyed.
We're doing okay at the bottom. Not so much at the top. Which is technically supposed to be our inner defense.
One of our energy connectors has been destroyed. There is a breach in our walls. A tower has been destroyed.
Base is under attack.
Oh no, they actually held up.
An energy connector has been destroyed.
Okay, let's see what we can do now. Let's go investigate that meteorite. Do that. I just want to. You just want to unlock it. Alright, let's see.
The meteorite created a vast crater. The ground has a strange blue glow in this place. Is this Cherenkov radiation?
That's possible. I am receiving conflicting readings. Ashley, please move closer to the center of the crater and use the geoscanner to gather more data from the debris.
The wind is much stronger than usual.
That was a tiny nuclear blast.
Okay, is this enough?
Affirmative, Ashley. The remains of this meteorite are emitting huge amounts of dark energy waves. They are off the charts.
That's very odd. What can you tell me about the impactor's composition? It was too small to contain enough dark matter to cause such emissions.
It was almost completely obliterated when it hit the ground. The dust that remains is primarily composed of heavy metal elements. Error. Some of the readings are changing.
How is that possible?
My apparatus is broken, or the sample is unstable. It appears as if some of the heavier atoms are quickly decaying into lighter ones, while others are fusing into heavier elements.
That's nonsense. Such behavior is not possible. That would cause a giant fusion explosion. Nothing could contain so much energy in a stable state.
You are correct, Ashley. However, we still cannot explain the dark energy emissions from this debris.
That's true. We also can't explain why this meteor decided to land right next to our base. That's too odd to be a coincidence. Are there any more objects in Galatia's orbit with similar composition?
Yes. There is a number of similar objects orbiting the planet. They have been here since before we arrived. They have different composition than most of the planet's surface.
Most of the planet's surface? Is there an area on the planet with similar composition as those meteors?
Yes. Our initial planetary scans have mapped a large valley that looks like an ancient impact crater on one of the continents. Its resonance spectrum indicated large quantities of heavy metals. This area does not seem to contain any resources that are required to construct the rift station, so it was not marked as important.
The meteor that landed here must be a fragment of some larger object that collided with Galatia a long time ago, and as a result, created that crater. Mr. Riggs, can you chart rift jump coordinates to that metallic valley?
Affirmative, Ashley.
Okay, let's go there as soon as possible.
Alright, we're going to want to add more fluid storage here. Or maybe that's silly, I don't know. Alright, collect the... Yeah, I'm not doing that right now. What do we got for research?
Completed.
Alright, what is that campaign objective? Let's see if we can figure that out. Oh, nothing there. Alright, so let's... Oh, look at the Halloween tile. I want to add some more material storage. Alright, what else we got? Oh, and we can turn these back on. Can I make more ammo production too? No. Where is my ammo? Right there. Very annoying. A limited amount of ammo I have, I mean. Alright, let's go do another mission. Volcanic reconnaissance.
Warning, temperature above safety levels. This area is hotter than we expected. My armor is going to sustain damage from the heat.
We've landed in the middle of an active volcanic area. We expected high temperatures, but not this high. The measurements from the orbital scanner were different. Something's off. We won't survive here for long.
Ashley, I'm detecting multiple temperature anomalies close to our position. It looks like my sensors are broken. The temperature suddenly drops in these areas by hundreds of degrees.
We received some anomalous readings from the orbital scanner. This might be it. We have to investigate that. This is amazing. These plants are unlike anything I've ever seen before. The temperature around them is much below the freezing temperature of water.
Ashley, moving closer to this plant, we can study it from up close and cool off in its aura.
The chemical compounds that are secreted by these plants react with the volcanic gases that are present here. This reaction sucks enormous amounts of energy from the space around it, resulting in very rapid cooling of its surroundings. It's an astonishing survival mechanism.
We can use this effect to our advantage. The space around these plants is safe for us, so we can use it to regenerate while moving around this biome.
We should try to replicate this effect. We have to gather enough samples of this plant to research it in our lab. We can do that by cutting them down or by using the bioscanner.
I would strongly suggest using the bioscanner. It is much more effective at gathering usable samples, and it will not destroy our safety zones.
This growth formation is very peculiar. It's a crystal entwined in very strong vines. It looks like this life form actually cultivates this crystal.
This crystal contains a rare mineral called thirdonite. It can be used for gravitational field manipulation when combined with a powerful magnetic field. It doesn't exist on Earth.
The magnetic field in this biome is acting completely strange. It is very fitting to see this mineral here. We should definitely research these crystals further. This will allow us to gather more thirdonite and create new equipment.
Okay, a lot of dialogue there. But we finished the main task.
We've gathered enough samples to study these cryoplants in our alien research laboratory.
Let's do this as soon as possible. If we can learn to replicate this effect, then we should be able to move freely around this biome.
Cool. Well, let's jump back home. And that's all the time I have for this episode of the Riftbreaker. I'm Dyslexic Gamer. I hope you have a good one.